بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن شاء الله سنواصل حصصنا في منهج إسباين 1 إسباين 2 إسباين 3 لمرحلة الأساس، ونرجو من الجميع أن يكون معنا بكل حواسه حتى نصل إلى المرحلة للشيء الذي نتمناه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Our lesson for today, we are going to start first of all to begin with the revision to what we learned before about the question which started with WH questions. We said that when you want to answer a question, first of all, look at the first word in the question. The first word will guide you to the right answer. If you do not know the first word, you will not be able to answer correctly or rightly. If you find a question started with where, it means that this is a question about a place. This is a question about a place. Place. Where for place? For example, where are you going? I am going to the market. Where is your father? My father is at home. Where do you live? I live in France, for example. This France, at home, all these are places because the question was about the places. When the question we said the question started with when, it means that is a question about the time. So in our answer there should be a time. The time like the days, the weeks, the months, and the years, and so on. The mornings, the intervals of the day, morning, evening, afternoon, and so on. Night, sunset, sunrise, and so on. These are the time in which the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, at 7 o'clock, at 3 o'clock. The question when, it means that this is a question about time. It means that in your answer there should be a time. Who is a question about the name of a person. When somebody asks you, well, who is your father? It means that he wants to know the name of your father. You say to him, Ali is my father. Who is your English teacher? You say that Jerry is my English teacher. You say that Jerry is my English teacher. So when you find who, it means that this is a question about the name of a person. About the name of a person. Who is a question about the name of a person. When the question started with why, it means that we want the reason. When we want the reason, why do you wear a coat? Why do you wear a coat? Because the weather is hot. This is the reason. The reason why do you wear a coat? Because the weather is hot. Why you eat food? I eat food because I want to build my body. To build your body, this is the reason why you eat food. It means that why is the reason. So question about the reason. Why is the question about the reason? It means that in your answer there should be a reason. Whose is a question about the possessive. It's a question about the possessive. Possessive أنا ملكية حق منه يعني. Whose pen is this? It is my pen. Whose mobile is this? It is his mobile. There, for whose, the answer may be by possessive pronouns or by the names. Either to say the name, for example, it is Ali's pen. It is Usman's chair. It is Mustafa's father. You add apostrophe and s, for example, and to add s. After apostrophe, you add s. It means that you mention the name. But if you do not mention the name and you only use the possessive pronouns like my, this is my pen, this is his pen, this is her pen, this is our pen, this is their pen, this is your pen. This is, you use the pronouns, possessive pronoun instead of using the name. But when you use the name, you should add, for example, this pen, This pen, for example, the owner of this pen is Usman. I ask you, whose pen is this? You are saying it is Usman. Add apostrophe E and S. This is very important. It is Usman's pen. It is Usman's pen. Okay? It means that this pen belongs to Usman. This pen, it is not mine, but it is Usman. We mention the name. For whose? For whose is the question about the possessive. Who is the owner of the thing? What plus color? What plus color would say, what color is the tree? This is a question about, this is, whose is a question about, we say, possessive. But what plus color is a question about the color. For example, what color is the tree? It is green. What color is the orange? It is an orange. What color is the board? It is white. Okay. What color is this pen? It is red. It means that what a plus color, it means that this is a question about a color. What plus name? What is Ali? What is Usman? What is Mustafa? What is, and so on? Or pronoun? What is he or what is she? This is a question about the job. For example, what is your father? It means that what is the work that your father does? You say he is a merchant, he is a teacher, he is a doctor, he is a player, he is and so on. Means, what is your mother? She is a nurse, she is a householder, he is, and so on. This is what plus name and plus pronoun. It means this is a question about the job. Job. You know job. Teacher, pupil. What are you? I am a pupil. What am I? I am a teacher. You say, what is Ali? Ali is a pupil. What is Usman? Usman is a doctor, and so on. This is a question, what plus name? Or what plus pronouns? What is he? He is a teacher. What is she? She is a nurse, and so on. Which is a question about the choice. If you have more than things and you want to choose one of them, to pick up one of them, this you use which. For example, if I ask you which one, I have many sort of colors. For example, we have 3 colors. We have black color, blue color, and white color. If I want you to take one of them, to choose one of them, I say, which one do you want? Which one of these do you want? You say, I want the red color. It means this is, you choose the red chairs. It means which is used for choosing. It is used for choosing, to choose a thing, to select a thing, for choice. It is used for choice. You choose, you select, you take off. Okay? This is what we have before. You have this before, but our lesson today is about how, and the question that is started with how. When the question is started with how, when the question begins with how, and after how there is many, it means that this is a question about the number. For example, how many fingers have you got? I have got 10 fingers. How many boys are there in the class? There are 40 boys in the class. 10 fingers, 40 boys, these are numbers. This means when you find many, it means that this is a question about the numbers. This is the question, how many? The question about the numbers. How many eyes have you got? I have got 2 eyes. How many teachers are there in this room? There is one teacher. So the question with how many, we started our answer with there are if there is more than one, or there is if there is only one. For example, how many lamps are there in this room? There are 6 lamps. We begin they are 6 lamps. How many teachers are in this? There is one teacher. It means this is the number. We started our question, our answer about how many with there. If there is one, we say there is one. If there is more than one, you say they are. Okay? And there is s at the end of the plural. How old? When the question started with how old, this is a question about the age, the years that the person is been alive, the age. It is a question about the age. How old is your father? He is 60 years old. How old are you? I am 45 years old. How old is the pupil in basic school? He is about 11 years old. You see, this is old. How old is a question about the age, about the age. age معناها العمر. How much this, when the question started with how much, it means that this is a question about the price. How much you buy your shirt? I bought my, how much did you buy your shirt? I bought my shirt for 40 pounds, for example. How much is your watch? It is 50 pounds. 50 pounds, 40 pounds, 60 dinars, and something like that. This is the price. About the price. This is how much is about the price. Okay. This is how much is about the price. And become, how much it needs become. How much is your shirt? It is about 70 pounds. Your answer should be money, either dollars or reals or pounds or something like this. How much also? How much is the question about the price, and how much is the question about the quantity? Something which is called that a quantity that cannot be counted. There are two sorts of nouns. Let us to tell you what are the uncountable nouns and countable nouns. There are two sorts of nouns. There is uncountable nouns and there are countable nouns. Uncountable nouns and countable nouns. What are uncountable nouns? Uncountable nouns, the nouns that you cannot count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like water, oil, and all the substances. كل المواد, water, oil, money is uncountable noun. Air is uncountable noun. You cannot count the water. We cannot count the oil. Okay? But uncountable noun like book, we say books, 1 book, 2 books. Like chair, you say chair, or 2 chairs, 4 chairs, you can count. But this, you cannot count. We call it uncountable noun. So, we much here we use for uncountable noun. For example, if you want to drink tea and you ask your friend to give you tea, you said, please give me a cup of tea. He said to you, how much sugar do you want? Sugar is uncountable noun. You cannot count sugar. You cannot count sugar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like chairs, books, and so on. But much is for uncountable. How much sugar do you want? How much water do you want? How much oil do you want? How much? And so this is because it's used for uncountable noun. It is a quantity for the quantity. Quantity. Quantity معناها كمية. You cannot count. How far is a question about the distance. For example, let's here مدني, here خرطوم, the distance between مدني and خرطوم is 300 kilometers. We write like kilometers, we write like this. Centimeters, we write like this. This is how I will ask you, how far is Madani from Khartoum? How far is Madani from Khartoum? It means that how far, because this is for distance. This is a distance. مسافة. How? So I ask about the distance. I use far. How far? How far is a question about the distance. How far Madani from Khartoum? We say it is 400 kilometers. Okay? This is for distance. When you ask about the distance, you use how far. Long. How long is a question about the length of time? It means that what is the time it takes? What is the time it takes? How long does it take, for example, how long does it take from Madani to Khartoum? I want the time. If you want to go from Madani to Khartoum, how you spend to go from Madani to Khartoum? So I use how long, means how spend, how do you spend? How long do you spend from Madani to Khartoum? How long from Madani to Khartoum? We say 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours, or if this is how long is for the length of time. 3 is the length of time. 3 is the length of time. 3 hours. Okay? How long is the question about the length of time? How long do you spend in the school? About 8 hours. How long do you spend to go from Omdurman to Al Khartoum? About 20 minutes by car. Okay? We have how tall. How tall, if for something which is going up, how tall, for example, this is a tree. And the tall of the tree is 10 meters. And I ask you, how tall is the tree? You say it is 10 meters high. It is 10 meters tall. How tall is the tree? Tall is for the length. This is for the length of time. This is how long is for the length of time. How tall is for the height. الارتفاع يعني. Is for the height. How tall is for the height. How high, how up, how high. This is, for example, how high is the Marra mountain. How high is Marra mountain? Marra mountain, it is about, for example, 3,000 feet high. It is about 3,000 feet. How high is Jabal Marra? It is about 3,000 feet high. Means that it is up for 3,000 feet. This is high for also for the height. ارتفاع كم يرتفع. How high كم يرتفع. How heavy. If you want to see the thing, how heavy, it means that to weight it about the weight. You know weight الوزن يعني. How heavy يعني question about the how, for example, how heavy. For example, if there is a table and you want to take it up and you find it very hard for you to raise up, you say, and I ask you, how heavy is the table? You said to me, I think it is about 200 kilograms. It is about 200 kilograms because the heavy for the weight, Heavy is the question about the weight. الوزن يعني. How heavy? How heavy is your bag? It is about 3 kilos. It is about 3 kilograms. For the weight, there is kilograms. For the distance, there is kilometers. Kilograms we write like this. Kilometers we write like this. Kilograms we write GRS. This is for kilograms. We write. So these are when you find how. Look at when you find how. Look at the word after how. If it is there is many, it means that this is a question about a number. If after how there is all, this means that this is a question about the age. 10 years old, 3 years old. How much? And after how is there is much, it means that is a question about the price. How much you buy this? For 10 pounds, for 7 pounds, for 100 pounds. How much you buy your car? For 50,000 pounds. This is the price for the price. How much also is the question about the quantity. Quantity, a thing that we cannot count. These are uncountable. For example, like water, oil, air, and something, tea, milk. All this. Long is a question about the length of time. What's the time takes? 3 hours, 3 minutes, 3 seconds, 2 days, and so. Long is the question about the length of time. Tall is the question about the height. When you ask a height, high is the question also about the height. How heavy is the question about the weight. All this, I think that you should take care when you answer any question. Look first at the first word. From the first word, you are going to know what is the question is about. If you do not look at the first words and make up your mind to think, what is this about, the question is about, your answer will be wrong. So take care so as your answer to be right, to look at the second word, the first word is for WH question, and the second word for how questions. How questions, the second word tells you what is the question is about. If you do not follow that, you are going to make a mistake. Clear for you? I hope that everybody of you have understood what we said about the how question. How question you are going to meet all these questions, WH question and how question, try to keep them by heart. Try to practice them more and more so as not to make a mistake when somebody asks you, either by speaking or by asking you by immediately or directly or by writing in answering a question in a paper. First of all, look at the first word, and for how, look at the second word, for which for WH question, look at the first word. The first word, let's go choose there is first word. We say where for the place, who for the name of a person, when for the time, whose for the possessive, why for the reason, what color for the color, what plus name or pronoun this for the job, which for the choice. Take care to look first at this, and then after that, if you know the question, it means that you have seized the half of the answer. It is very easy for you to answer the question. It will not difficult for you. You know that. Okay. I hope that you have understood what we said. Thank you. Goodbye for listening to me. I hope that we are going to meet next time.